What is up, YouTube? Back in Madden 23. Today we're going to be rebuilding the New England Patriots. We got Mac Jones as starting quarterback going into his second season. He's a 78 overall with star dev. His throw power is only 85, which is not great for a starting quarterback, but he seemed to be able to get the job done last year as a rookie, taking on to the playoffs. I think he has a lot of potential in real life and in the game. We got Damian Harris at running back with star dev. We got Devontae Parker coming over from the Miami Dolphins. He's going to be the number one receiver right now. We got Bourne over here. We got Nelson Aguilar in his second season with the Patriots coming over from, he was with the Eagles, and then that's where he started out at. I don't remember who else he was with. Oh, he was with the Raiders before that. So, yeah, the team is it's pretty solid overall on offense. Offensive line is in really good shape. We got Cole Strange starting at right guard. He was the first round pick. There was a little debacle whenever he got drafted in the first round. I think it was Sean McVay, the head coach of the Rams, was making fun of the pick, and then he ended up apologizing. We got Hunter Henry over here at tight end. Probably going to be the main receiving option for this team. And then we got Smith at tight end, also backup. Defense looking kind of weak in a few areas. I mean, you see a bunch of normal depth players, especially this Tavai middle linebacker, 70 overall in this 3-4 defense. But we got Judon over here at outside linebacker, who's a star dev, 87 overall. I mean, he's a superstar dev, not star. Devin McCourty is superstar dev, but I'm pretty sure he's 36, 37 years old. So we got Jabril Peppers backing up over here. Probably end up taking over the starting spot. We got Uche. We got Phillips at strong safety. At cornerback 2, we got Malcolm Butler coming back after he was gone for a while. He was a Super Bowl hero back whenever the Seahawks decided to throw the ball on the 1-yard line. He intercepted it to win the game instead of them just running it up the middle with Marshawn Lynch like everyone would have done. And then we got Jones over here at cornerback 1, and we got Jalen Mills at cornerback 3. Defensive line, we got Christian Barmore at defensive tackle. He's got star dev, 77 overall. The defensive ends, yeah, I mean, they're all right, but we got a lot of work to do on this defense here. So pretty much relying on the offense, who has got a young quarterback to try to carry us. So we got to make some moves in this rebuild and try to make something happen. But for the first season, I'm just going to leave all the players the same, not make any moves, and then see how this team does. Here we are at the midseason point. We are 3-4. And luckily, pretty much everyone in the AFC East is 3-3 or 3-4, except for the poor Jets are 0-7. So the Bills and the Dolphins are not off to a great start. It looks like we got a breakout linebacker opportunity here. Someone could potentially upgrade their depth trait, and it's going to be Jawan Bentley. Thinks that he can have a breakout game, so I'm going to go ahead and try to see if we can make that happen by just simulating to the next week, and I'll show it on here. But I got to choose my draft class, auto-generated. Definitely gonna do that. I'm not too worried about setting up the scouts because I mean, they do help, but it takes a lot of time to go through there and figure all that out. And either way, I'm still gonna be guessing on draft picks. But we got Devin McCourty available to come back for re-sign. He's 35 years old. Look at what his speed is looking like. His ratings. We got 88 speed on him. I think I'm gonna wait till the end of the year to see if I even want to think about bringing him back. Since he's 35, he's probably going to be falling off pretty fast. We do have in 2023 cap room, it says $96 million. Damian Harris at running back wants to come back. We got Jonathan Jones. I think I'm going to offer Damian Harris, see what he says. Let's go. He wants a 5-year deal for a 25-year-old running back. Why not? We got a bunch of money. He wants even more years than 5 years? Okay, well, I don't know about all that. Jonathan Jones, star dev, he wants a 1-year deal. Let's offer him a 1-year deal, see if he comes back. All right, he's coming back. Who else we got over here? Nelson Aguilar. I think I'm gonna just let him walk and try to get somebody else. Jacoby Myers, 3 years, $20 million. They both want the same offer. I think I'm gonna wait and see if I can get somebody else. Jabril Peppers, well, he's not even interested in coming back to the team anyway. So, this punter, he says he's not interested, but let's see. He wants to be close to home in California, which is way away from New England. Head coach, historic record, career win percentage 43%, because they don't actually have Bill Belichick in the game because he refuses to allow them to do that. So they made up a coach named P. Gaffney. Highest offer values financials. All right, well, let's try to offer him a 2-year deal and see what he says. He needs a bigger offer because he wants to be closer to California. All right, right tackle Isaiah Wynn. I'll go ahead and offer him a deal. Try to keep this offensive line solid. And anyone else? Nick Folk, the kicker, 37 years old. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let him walk. And that's it. I simulated to the next week, and we beat the Jets 35-23. We got a message here from the breakout opportunity, and he says that wasn't an elite performance I was hoping for, so he didn't get it. So, well, at least I tried. It appears that we have one for breakout quarterback now. If we can get Mac Jones to break out, that would be awesome. Let's see what happens here. Throw one or fewer interceptions and have 350 scrimmage yards. I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do that. We'll see how it goes. We have an injury here too. Who is it? There's all kinds of stuff just popping up. Broken wrist for Trent Brown, the best left tackle that we have on the team. Well, that's great. So here I am in the very next week against the Colts. We lost 38-17 with the breakout opportunity for the quarterback, and let's see what happened. Probably didn't get it, I'm assuming. No dev upgrade. Mac Jones did not meet his goal requirements. Well, go figure. End of the regular season. We ended up going 9-8. Not really too bad of a season, but we did not make the playoffs, unfortunately. Go over here and check out the stats, see how the players did. We had the 13th ranked offense, which isn't too bad with Mac Jones at quarterback in his second year. Defense was only 25th, so that's definitely our weakness at this moment. 4,600 yards, 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for Mac Jones, and Bailey Zappe got one pass in there for 15 yards. Nice. Damian Harris had 1,100 yards, 4.1 yards per carry with 10 touchdowns, but Ramondre Stevenson had 15 touchdowns. Mac Jones even had one rushing touchdown himself. Receiving, Devontae Parker had 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. Pretty good season. Hunter Henry, almost 1,000 yards with 5 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers and Nelson Aguilar both had over 600 yards with 8 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. And Kendrick Bourne even had over 500 with 2 touchdowns. So passing game is actually not doing too bad. Tackle on defense, we had Jonathan Jones with 96 tackles. A cornerback led the team in tackles. Jabril Peppers with 93. Devin McCourty still had 90. Jawan Bentley had 90. TFLs, we got Matthew Judon with 17 TFLs. Lawrence got 12, 11 for Weiss, and 11 for Christian Barmore. Matthew Judon led the team in sacks with 8, and Dietrich Wise had 5. Christian Barmore had 3.5 from the defensive tackle position. Jabril Peppers had 3 interceptions. Jabril Peppers actually had a pretty good year. Jonathan Jones with 2 and a few other guys with 1. So we need to focus on getting this defense built up. Here's the 2022 season recap. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl 31-24. Patrick Mahomes won MVP of the Super Bowl. Josh Allen won MVP of the regular season. Doug Peterson, head coach of the Jaguars, won Coach of the Year. Amari Cooper with the Browns won Offensive Player of the Year. J.J. Watt with the Cardinals won Defensive Player of the Year. Drake London with the Falcons won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Trent McDuffie with the Chiefs won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Looking at the players that retired, and we actually had 4 players retire from the team. Center James Ferrance retired. Nick Folk, the kicker, retired. Backup quarterback Brian Hoyer retired after 14 years. And Devin McCourty, free safety, retired after 13 years at the age of 36, I believe is what he was. So there's a lot of players retiring from this team. Okay, so looking at players we can re-sign, I'm going to try to bring Damian Harris back as a running back. He didn't really like the last offer that we had, so I'm going to try to give him I guess a 6-year deal. Don't really want to do it, but at least he'll be the running back for the rest of this rebuild. And he's pretty good. He had over 1,000 yards, so let's see. This offer is perfect. He's coming back. All right, and he's a scheme fit too, so Nelson Aguilar, I'm going to let him walk. Jacoby Myers, I'm going to let him walk. See if I can find us some better receivers. If not, then I can always bring them back in free agency. Jabril Peppers, he actually had a really good year. Defensively, he might have had the best year that we had on the whole team, like as an individual player. See, he wants 3 years, $23.9 million. I'm going to try to offer him this deal and see if he takes it. All right, he's coming back. I'll take him. Play safety for us. Punter, Jake Bailey. Remember, he wanted to be close to California and we're way away, so let me see if I can give him, try a player-friendly deal and see what happens. All right, free agency for you, bro. See you there. Anyone else we want to bring back? Jawan Williams. He wants just 2 years. I think I'll go ahead and try to bring him back. He's only got regular or normal dev, but he's 25 with 74 overall. He wants to go to a new team. All right, well, sorry I was talking good about you, bro. Anybody else? Yeah, that's it. All right, on to free agency. Okay, so I signed a few middle linebackers, a couple of middle linebackers that are going to be starting for us because we needed a lot of help there. So I decided I was going to trade Bentley, and we needed help at defensive end. I couldn't really find someone in free agency, but I'll show y'all the free agent moves in a minute. But I was able to get this trade for Pay from the Colts, and he's like really young. He has a 79 overall, and he has a star dev. So I was able to trade Bentley, Hines, and a 3rd round pick next year to get him. Here are the players that I was able to get in free agency. We're bringing Tremaine Edmonds in to play middle linebacker. We got Juju Smith-Schuster. He's going to be our wide receiver 1. He's a scheme fit. Tremaine Edmonds isn't exactly a scheme fit, but he's pretty close to what we need. He's a run stopper at 85, but we need a field general. He's 84 at that, so I'll take that any day over what we had already. We got Trayvon Mullen Jr. and Rashad Fenton coming in to play corner. I wanted to try to get some better guys, but they weren't interested. I needed to get a new kicker and a new punter, and then also I got Chris Barnes to play the other middle linebacker. That's why I traded away Bentley. So this is the new class we got coming in to try to help us out on mostly on defense. Here we are in the 1st round of the draft. We have pick number 15. I'm looking at this wide receiver, Javier Charlton. He's a physical scheme fit. He's 6'4", 224 pounds, coming out of Michigan. He's 21 years old, and he looks pretty good for being as big as he is. He runs a 4.3 940. That's only 21st in all wide receivers, but that's pretty fast overall. But he has the most reps bench press with 23, 2nd highest vertical, and the 1st broad jump. 3-cone drill, so he's not very agile, obviously, but he has elite jumping. So I'm gonna draft this guy because we need a physical scheme fit. He has hidden dev, so that's good. His speed's 91. Change of directions to 91. I think that's a pretty good pick. Here in the 2nd round of the draft, I'm looking at this strong safety, Brandon Mclendon, who's a run support scheme fit, 6 foot, 212 pounds. He didn't do the scouting combine, but his college pro day, he had the 2nd fastest 40-yard dash. He has like pretty good overall measurements and all the pro day stuff that he did. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take a flyer on him. We don't really know a whole lot about him. He's 50% scouted, but here we go. He's got hidden dev with 89 speed. Nice. That's a good 2nd round pick in my opinion. Checking out the draft recap. Wide receiver that we drafted in the 1st round, Javier Charlton, 75 overall, hidden dev. Looks pretty good overall. He has 82 release, 90 catching. 2nd round pick that we drafted, Brandon Mclendon, the safety. He's 74 overall. That's pretty good. Hidden dev. I don't know if I'm going to start him right away. I might just have him, I don't know. I'm going to see. I'll probably just have him as a backup for 1 year. And then the computer drafted everyone else, but the computer did draft this running back in the 4th round, Gerald Brown, who's a 76 overall, 23-year-old. Scheme fit power back with hidden development. So the computer is doing some great things in the draft here. I mean, the last video I did, they kept on drafting hidden devs like in the 4th, 5th, 6th round. So maybe they'll keep doing that. A lot of times they'll help with these long-term rebuilds. So here is what the team is looking like for the 2nd season. Offensive line is getting better. Overall, Strange went up from a 71 to a 75. Hunter Henry's up to an 88. I am going to go ahead and put the wide receiver Javier Charlton that we drafted in the 1st round. I'm going to make him wide receiver 2, try to develop him. We got Mac Jones up to 81. We got Damian Harris at 85 overall. I'm going to have this running back, Gerald Brown, the computer drafted, coming in as running back 2. We got Juju Smith-Schuster as wide receiver number 1 with 85 overall. We still got Bourne, and we also got Devontae Parker here. So we got a pretty good, strong wide receiver core for Mac Jones to throw the ball to. On defense, we made a lot of changes with the middle linebackers. We got Tremaine Edmonds and Chris Barnes coming in at middle linebacker. We got Duggar at safety still, and we got Jabril Peppers over here. And then Mclendon is that safety that we drafted. I don't know why they have him down so low. I'm going to make him back up on both sides. I have to go into the actual depth chart to do that, but we got Mullen Jr. over here at cornerback 1. We brought in free agency, and we also got Fenton at cornerback 3. And then we got Jones coming back, cornerback 2, and Malcolm Butler's going to be like way down there because he's getting old, falling off. So defensive line, we moved Pay to left end because he's a scheme fit. He was a right end and Wise was a left end, but they weren't scheme fit. But when we switch them, they both fit the scheme. So we're trying to get as many scheme fit players as we can to try to help boost this defense overall. Here at the midseason point of season 2, we're off to a pretty bad start. We're 2-4. The real surprise is that the Jets are 4-3 and tied in first place in the division with the Dolphins. Check out players ready to negotiate. We might want to try to bring some guys back. We got Hunter Henry. He's 28 years old. He wants a 4-year deal. Probably just go ahead and offer it to him. We got $75 million cap space. He's coming back to the team. Trent Brown, he wants a 2-year deal. Definitely want to bring him back. We got to make sure we protect the blind side from Mac Jones. He's coming back on a 2-year deal. Kyle Duggar, strong safety, 3 years, $13 million, $21 million overall with the $8.67 million sign-on bonus. I'll try to go ahead and bring him back too. Why not? He's coming back on a perfect offer. He said on Winu, left guard. Yeah, I definitely want to try to bring him back. Keep this offensive line solid. He's coming back. Everyone's pretty smooth selling with this. Devontae Parker, I'm going to let him walk. Jonathan Jones, I'll let him walk. RJ Cam, right guard. He's a 31-year-old backup. I'll definitely let him walk. Kendrick Bourne, I'm going to let him walk too. So, the regular season 2, we ended up going 9-8 again, missing the playoffs again. The division was pretty strong. Bills ended up going 12-5 and winning the division. The Jets were in first place at the midseason point, but they ended up falling off to 9-8, missing the playoffs. And the Dolphins were 8-9, missing the playoffs. Let's check out the team stats here. Mac Jones looked like he had a pretty good year. Second in passing, 5,300. We got the second-ranked offense in the NFL and the 18th ranked defense. So overall, getting better on both sides of the ball, but the offense is thriving. Mac Jones threw for 5,300 yards. 42 touchdowns, 12 interceptions with a 68% completion percentage. That's crazy. I left it on the Patriots regular offense too. He had 110 passer ratings. Damian Harris had 1,000 yards, 4.4 with 10 touchdowns. Rookie running back, the computer drafted, had 500 yards, 3.5 per carry with 6 touchdowns. Not bad. Receiving, Javier Charlton, the rookie first-round pick, broke out. 88 catches, 1,400 yards, 16 per catch with 15 touchdowns. Juju Smith-Schuster had 1,200 yards with 8 touchdowns. Kendrick Bourne, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Hunter Henry, 960 yards with 5 touchdowns. 3 guys over 1,100 yards, and Henry was 40 yards short of 1,000. A lot of receiving going on here. Tremaine Edmonds led the team in tackles with 131. And Chris Barnes had the second most with 105. Jonathan Jones with 103. TFLs, we got Christian Barmore with 16 and Kwity Paye with 16. Matthew Judon had 10. Matthew Judon led the team in sacks with 16.5. That's what I like to see. Josh Uche had 7. And then Dedrick Wise had 5.5. Paye had 4.5. Interceptions, we got Kyle Duggar with 4. We just brought him back on a new deal. He's coming back for a few years. Trayvon Mullen Jr. had 3 interceptions. Chris Barnes had a pretty good season overall. 100 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 interceptions. Uche had an interception. Edmonds had an interception. Peppers had 1 interception. Peppers got hurt and missed like half the season because that safety that we drafted ended up playing a few games, I think. I don't know exactly how many, but Mclendon, yeah, so he had 43 tackles. Not bad overall. We just got to keep building on it. Hopefully we can make the playoffs and get over this 9-8 bridge that we hit. Checking out the yearly award winners. Mac Jones came in 5th place for MVP. On the AFC Offensive Player of the Year, you think Mac Jones will be here, but nope. Rookie Javier Charlton is 6th in Offensive Player of the Year. That's crazy as a rookie. Let's see. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Javier Charlton won it by a mile. And I'm pretty sure that's it. There was something else that I saw. Javier Charlton, best wide receiver, came in third. Matthew Judon came in sixth at best linebacker. Best defensive back, Kyle Duggar, came in second. Right there, close to it. So right after looking at those stats for the award winners, I ended up coming over here to check out the lineup, and wouldn't you know it, Javier Charlton is a superstar, X Factor, freaking insane. Let's see where his progression history says. He got superstar X Factor increase because he won the Offensive Rookie of the Year. So that means that he was already a superstar before. I didn't look to see what his dev trait was in the middle of the season, but yeah, he got upgraded a lot. Coming in the first year, man, he's a superstar X Factor. Man, definitely going up above. You got him over here at wide receiver 2. About to go up one more over top of Juju Smith-Schuster. Wide receiver 1. Look, Mac Jones is up to superstar dev, 89 overall. Offensive line keeps getting better. We still don't know what Brown's dev trait is. On defense, we got, see, where's Mclendon at? He's a star dev, 78 overall. He was the other rookie that we had. Everybody's looking pretty good. Duggar's up to superstar. Jones is up to 83, which still was his normal dev, but Pay's up to 84. Barmore's up to 84. Looking good, looking good. The Los Angeles Chargers beat the Green Bay Packers 27-21 in the Super Bowl. Joey Bosa won MVP of the Super Bowl. Josh Allen won MVP of the regular season again. Zach Taylor with the Bengals won Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Khalil Mack with the Chargers won Defensive Player of the Year. Our boy Javier Charlton won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Nice. I only made a couple moves in free agency, but they're pretty big. I was able to get Trayvon Diggs at cornerback. He's an 88 overall star dev. And then I'm going to get Montez Sweat. He's a defensive end, but I'm going to move him to outside linebacker. He has 91 speed, so we need speed rushers. Matthew Judon is actually starting to fall off pretty fast. He's already down to normal dev, but he's still 80 overall, so we can get one more year out of him. But Montez Sweat's going to come and take over on the other side. Hopefully we get some sacks and some interceptions and take this defense to the next level. In the first round of the draft, we have pick number 16 this year. I'm looking at this, he's an outside linebacker and speed rusher, Courtney Davis, 6'4", 243 pounds. He's 21 years old, and he looks pretty decent overall. He has elite jumping and elite speed. He runs a 4.57. He's first in a couple of categories over there on this pro day. I think I'm going to draft him to be the replacement for Judon in the next year or two. And he has hidden dev with 86 speed. That's a pretty good pick. Here in the second round of the draft, I'm going to draft this right guard, Ben Garner. He's 22 years old. He's a scheme fit with power. He has elite change of direction for someone that's freaking huge. So let's see how this pick goes. He has hidden dev too. Dang, doing pretty good in the draft in this rebuild. Outside linebacker Courtney Davis, we drafted in the first round. It's 75 overall. He has hidden dev, of course. 86 speed with 80 tackle, 83 pursuit. Looking pretty decent for a first round pick, and number 16. And then this guy right here, Ben Garner, in the second round. He's a 76 overall, hidden dev, 6'5", 333 pounds, 93 strength with 83 run block power, 78 lead block. Pretty good. I think I might end up just starting him at right guard. Computer drafted everyone else. No one else has hidden dev. Here we are at the start of the third season. I'm checking out the starting lineup. We got Mac Jones with superstar dev here at 85 overall. Check out his ratings. His throw power has gone up. It was at 85 when we started. Now it's up to 87. So I guess he's pumping some steroids into that arm. Put a little bit extra strength into the pass. We got Javier Charlton starting at wide receiver 1 with superstar X Factor. He's at 85 overall, which is lower than Juju Smith-Schuster, but obviously I'm going to start the superstar X Factor over top of him. And then we got Thornton at wide receiver 3. Offensive lines looking the same. I think Gardner and Strange both have the same overall, so obviously I'm going to make Gardner the starter over Strange since he has hidden dev. Hunter Henry's up to 89 overall. The whole entire offense is just looking pretty freaking nasty. We still got Brown at backup running back, 79 overall, star dev. On defense, Judon is down to 82 overall, normal div, and then the rookie outside linebacker we drafted, Davis, he's gonna be the backup for both of them. So we got Barnes and Edmonds here at middle linebacker, and we got Montez Sweat. Hopefully he's gonna be the new sack leader for us. Duggar's still over here, superstar dev, 86 overall, with Mclendon, the safety we drafted in the last draft in the second round, being the backup on both sides, even for Peppers. Trayvon Diggs, cornerback 1. We got Mullen Jr. on the right, cornerback 2. And then we got Fenton coming in at cornerback 3. And then the defensive line, we got still Barmore, Pay, and Wise. Season point, and we're off to a bad start again, 2-5. And the Jets are leading the division again, 5-2. Last season it was like that, and the Jets didn't win another game after that, or they barely won like 2 or 3 games. So that's definitely not good. I don't know why this team's not performing, because we got a pretty stacked roster. I'm looking at players I can re-sign to bring back. We got $100 million in cap space, and we got to sign Mac Jones. So let's go ahead and sign him. 25 years old. He wants a 5-year deal for $150 million. Let's go ahead and let's offer him this and see what he says. If not, then this is the offer he was hoping for. Nice. All right. So we got him. David Andrews. We still got $73 million in cap space. We need to pay a couple of guys here. I think I'm gonna let Matthew Judon walk, because it's starting to get old. So let me look. Definitely want to bring back David Andrews. He's captain of the team. He wants 2 years, $22 million. Let's offer this to him. Perfect. He's coming back. Quiddy Pay, I definitely want to bring him back. He wants to go to free agency and get a better offer. Well, all right, Christian Barmore, he wants 3 years, $30 million. Let's offer him that straight up. No long-term commitment, no deal. Okay, so you want multiple years. Tyler Bass, kicker, try to bring him back real quick. He's coming back. Who else we got? Punter next. Punter. Blake Gilligan from Gilligan's Island. Bring him back. He's not considering short deals at the moment. Okay. We ended up going 10-7, which is pretty good. We still missed the playoffs. Dolphins ended up winning the division 11-6. Crazy. I mean, not the Dolphins, the Jets. My bad. The Jets ended up winning the division 11-6. That's a pretty tough division. Everyone's getting 9, 10, 11 wins. Go over here, check out the stats. Offense is ranked 16th. So Mac Jones, he had over 5,000 yards last year. Not this year. Defense ranked 9th. So offense is starting to fall back a little bit. Mac Jones had 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, 16 interceptions with 64% completion percentage. Not bad. Damian Harris had a pretty good year, 1,300 yards, 4.7 with 12 touchdowns. And Gerald Brown, he actually had a good backup role here with 700 yards, 4.3 per carry with 13 touchdowns. That's crazy. Receiving, Javier Charlton, he led the team, but he only had 72 catches for 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. I mean, I'll still take it, but last year he went off with like 1,500 yards almost. Juju Smith-Schuster a little short of 1,000 with 6 touchdowns. Hunter Henry 868 with 7, and then Tyquan Thornton had 766 yards with 5 touchdowns. So it looks like Mac Jones like took a step back or something, because he threw for an extra 1,000 yards last year. Tremaine Edmonds had 129 tackles. Trayvon Diggs had 95 tackles. TFLs, we got Wise with 14, Judon had 13, Barmore had 13, and Pay had 12. Sacks, Matthew Judon still led the team in sacks. Where is freaking Montez Sweat? Didn't have no sacks at all. Really, dude? You're supposed to be like sack specialist. Matthew Judon, Pay, Wise, Edmonds, Barmore. Interceptions, Judon had 2. Duggar had 2, Trayvon Diggs had 2, Fenton had 2, Evans had 1, and Mullen had 1. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to try to figure something out here. The Cowboys beat the Dolphins 42-39 in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott won the MVP of the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow won MVP of the regular season. Mike McCarthy won Coach of the Year with the Cowboys. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams again. Harold Landry won Defensive Player of the Year with the Titans. Lions quarterback Nicholas Noel won Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna try to get Quiddy Pay to come back. Earlier he was mad because we didn't offer him what he wanted. Try a 3-year deal and see what he says about that. He's coming back. That's good news. Christian Barmore, he was wanting I think like a 4-year deal or something. Yeah, let's offer him this 4-year deal and see what he says. He's coming back. Matthew Judon, dang, he dropped down to 76 overall. Yeah, I'm not bringing you back, definitely, for sure. This punter, he was saying that he wanted an 80-year deal earlier, so try to offer him player-friendly deal, I guess. All right, he's coming back. Chris Barnes, he's a 79 overall. He dropped down to normal deal. How much he wants? 3 years, 12. That's not bad. I guess we got to cut costs in certain places. So, all right, he's coming back. He produces for us. So, Jonnu Smith, we don't need him. We still got Hunter Henry at starting tight end. Defensive tackle Shad Tuttle, we don't need him. We're gonna end up needing a new defensive end because I want to let Dietrich Wise go, and I think that's gonna be it. I wasn't able to get anybody in free agency that I wanted. There wasn't really a whole bunch of good players as far as the positions of need. We basically need a defensive end that's a run stopper. So I want to draft this guy because he's a run stopping defensive end and hope that he's good. If not, I might try to make a trade to try to get like a really good defensive end, and we'll see how this pick goes. He's got hidden dev, so that's definitely off to a good start. This is a first round pick. Here in the second round, looking at this middle linebacker, Byron Calhoun. He's a scheme field general middle linebacker. He runs a 4.49 in his college pro day, which is pretty fast. Second in all middle linebackers. So I'm gonna draft him. He has hidden dev too. I'm getting pretty lucky on these drafts here. Josh Cobb, the defensive tackle we took in the first round. He's a 75 overall. I'm going to end up moving him to defensive end because he's a run stopper. We need a run stopping defensive end. He's 21 years old. He has 99 strength. Wow. Amazing. The other guy that we drafted, middle linebacker Byron Calhoun, in the second round. He's a 73 overall. 23 years old. He's a little bit up there in age, but he's a scheme fit with the field general. He has 88 speed, 86 tackles, so that's a pretty good pick. Computer drafted everyone else. They drafted this defensive tackle in the third round, but he actually did end up having hidden dev. So, man, I don't know what it is about these computer drafts, but they've been coming in clutch, drafting all these hidden dev. This guy has 99 strength. Awesome. Beginning of the fourth season, looking at the starting lineup, we still got all the same offensive line. Garner's a star dev draft pick that we had like last year. Henry's up to 89 overall star dev. We still got Juju Smith-Schuster over here at wide receiver 2 with 88 overall. Mac Jones is at an 88 superstar div. We got Damian Harris at an 89. We got Brown at an 82. Starting wide receiver, number 1 wide receiver, Javier Charlton, still a 90 overall superstar X Factor. On defense, we got Cobb, the first round pick, moved him over to defensive end. He's going to start. So we got Barmore and Pay. We got Trayvon Diggs, 90 overall. We got Mullen Jr. at an 87. Duggar's at 87, Sweat's at 85, Edmonds is a 90, Barnes is a 80, Davis is a 78, Peppers is a 83. And then we still got, there's Mclendon. I was like, what happened to him? He got injured apparently. So, I mean, I think the team is pretty good overall. So, I don't know. I mean, the team has been pretty good overall. Like on paper, pretty much the whole rebuild. We just had to fix the defense some, but we already did that. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess we need to get like some superstar X factors on the team or something because we cannot make the playoffs. We're like literally right there on the edge every time. But I feel like this year it's gonna be different. We're gonna make it over and we're gonna at least make it to the playoffs. If not, win a couple of games in the playoffs. Mid-season point of season 4 this year is looking different. We went 5-2 so far, second in the division behind the Bills, who are 6-1. So we've been going 2-5 like every year, or like 3-3 or something. But 5-2 for a start is pretty good. Players ready to negotiate. We got Juju Smith-Schuster. He wants to come back on a 3-year, $37 million deal. He's only 28 years old, so I'll go ahead and offer him that and see what he says. He wants to go to free agency and find a better offer, or we can try to get him again next week, I guess. But Mike Onwenu, he wants a 2-year deal for $24 million. He's coming back. Still got $74 million in cap space, so we'll go ahead and keep this offensive line together. Offer him this deal he wants. He's a good offer. Glad he got the deal done. Trent Brown, 32 years old. He wants a 1-year deal for $14 million. Give it to him. Perfect. Can't wait till next year. Jabril Peppers I think I'm gonna let him walk, because if we don't make it to the playoffs or Super Bowl this year, I'm gonna have to do some upgrades at free safety. Even Rashad Fenton, let him go. Cole Strange, I'm gonna let him walk. End of the fourth season, and we went 10-7 again, but this time we actually made the playoffs in the wild card spot. The Bills went 15-2, out here killing people, going crazy. The Dolphins actually got into the playoffs too with a 9-8 record. Let's look at the playoff record real quick. The Bills and the Dolphins are going against each other in week 1. That's cool. And then we're gonna be playing against the Titans, so hopefully we can get us a win. Let's go check out the stats on the season. Mac Jones, we'll see, we got 6 in offense, which is pretty good. That's better than last year. Defense is 12th, so pretty solid overall. Mac Jones almost had 5,000 yards. He threw for 41 touchdowns. Nice. 18 interceptions. That's kind of high. 65% completion percentage with a 99 rating. I'll take that. Damian Harris had a great year. 1,500 yards. 5.4 per carry. Awesome. Of 15 touchdowns. Brown had 371 for 3.7 with 6. Mac Jones even got on 2 touchdowns running the ball. Javier Charlton had a bounce back year with 100 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. Why did Tyquan Thornton get so many? They must have put him in the slot. The computer always makes changes, man. He had 1,200 yards with 9 touchdowns. That's still good. I'll take that. Hunter Henry almost had 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Juju Smith-Schuster at 886 with 9 touchdowns. Defense, we got Tremaine Edmonds with 139 tackles, and Chris Barnes had 109. TFL's Kwity Paye had 19, and Barmore had 13. Sacks, Montez Sweat got 7.5. I mean, that's better than last year when he had 0, but I was hoping that he was going to get at least 10. Barmore had 5.5 from the defensive tackle spot. Courtney Davis had 5.5. Josh Cobb, the rookie, had 3.5. Tremaine Edmonds had 2. On defense, Trayvon Diggs had 3 interceptions. Duggar had 2. A few guys had 1. Here we go in the playoff game. Let's go. Let's get this win. Up 7-0 to start off. They tied it up 7-7. They take the lead 10-7. We're down 17-7 in the second quarter. We come back, score a field goal, 17-10 going into half. 20-10. We're down by 10. We score a touchdown, 20-17. 24-20. We took the lead. It's getting dark outside in the fourth quarter. 24-20. 31-20. 31-23. We win our first playoff game. Awesome. We needed that, man. Mike Vrabel's not too happy about that, but hey, it's your old team, the Patriots. We won 31-23. The Bills beat the Dolphins 31-24, so we're going to be playing them in the divisional round, and then the Bengals and the Colts will be playing in the other one. In the divisional round, playing in the snow in Buffalo. Buffalo takes a 7-0 lead. They take a 10-0 lead. Finally scored a touchdown to come back. 13-7, down by 16-7, 16-10, down by 6. 19-17. This is a weird scored game. 26-17, 29-17. Come on, 29-24. Come on, we tied it up. Buffalo went. They took the lead at the very end and won the game. It was tied 32-32. Thought we were gonna go to overtime. Bill Belichick looks weird with glasses and a beard. That's obviously not him, but man, freaking Bills. The Green Bay Packers beat the Cincinnati Bengals 31-21. Packers won their 5th Super Bowl, and Russell Wilson apparently plays for the Packers, and he won Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen won MVP of the regular season. Zach Taylor with the Bengals won Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp wins Offensive Player of the Year with the Rams again. Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year with the Browns. Juju Smith-Schuster had offered him a deal before, but he wasn't too happy about it. So let's go ahead and offer him. I'll just offer him a 4-year deal. We got $102 million in cap space. All right, he's staying with the team. We got Fenton. I'm gonna let him go. Peppers. I'm gonna let him go. Strange, you're gone. Thornton. He had a pretty good year for us. He wants 2 years, $7 million. Might as well offer it to him. Oh, all right, never mind then. Go to free agency, dude. Everyone else, Marcus Jones. All right, everyone else, I'm just gonna let them go to free agency. We needed a left guard and a center, so I was able to get Quentin Nelson. He's a 98 overall superstar div. And also I got DeForest Buckner. He's a superstar X Factor 94 overall. And we got Cesar Ruiz at right guard. That's all we needed. Really didn't need much. In the first round, we have pick number 27. Looked at around a lot of different players, and pretty much, I mean, it's the last year of this rebuild, so I'm gonna draft this safety. It's free safety. He looks pretty decent. He's pretty fast. He only has normal dev, so probably the worst pick I've done in the first round in this whole rebuild, but we'll take it. The safety we drafted in the first round, he's a 76 overall, which is pretty freaking good. It sucks that he's normal dev though, but he has 92 speed, 71 zone coverage with 73 tackle. His man coverage is 77. Don't necessarily need man coverage when you're playing safety, but I let the computer draft everyone else, and this guy they drafted in the third round, Jared Forsett. He has hidden dev. He's 69 overall. He plays outside linebacker, but he's 6'2", 221 pounds, so it looks like he's probably more of a safety, but his speed is only 82, so I guess that's why he's playing linebacker. But beginning of the 5th season, the final season of the rebuild, I'm going to set the goal for winning the Super Bowl. I did that last year too. I just didn't show it, but I'm all in this time. Here we are at the beginning of the 5th season, looking at the starting lineup. So we got Mac Jones at quarterback. He dropped down from superstar to star div, but Hunter Henry went up to superstar div. We got Wayne at right tackle. We got Quentin Nelson at right guard. We got Ruiz at center. We got Onwenu at left guard and Trent Brown at left tackle. So we got Javier Charlton, wide receiver we drafted. He's a superstar X Factor 94 overall. We got Damian Harris, 88 overall. We got Brown at backup running back, and then this other guy the computer just drafted at third string running back. We got Juju Smith-Schuster at second string wide receiver. On the defense, it looks kind of bad right now because the defensive linemen that are starting are not actually the starters on the ends. We got DeForest Buckner, who is out for 2 weeks with injured broken wrist apparently. He's a superstar X Factor anyways. And then on the right end, we got, where's he at? Oh, never mind, that's fullback. On right end, we got Kwity Paye. He's a superstar, 87 overall, but he's also out for 2 weeks. But it'll be all right. So this is a team that's looking pretty good overall. We still got Trayvon Diggs over here at cornerback 1, and we got Mullen Jr. at cornerback 2. And then Mclendon is going to jump up to be our starting safety since we let Jabril Peppers go. I tried to find another safety that was like really good, but the best one that was available was only 83 overall, and he wasn't interested in signing. So this is what we got. We are currently 3-4, not off to a good start at all. We're in last place on the AFC East at this particular moment. We actually got a trade offer here for backup running back Gerald Brown. That's how good he is. Other teams are like, hey man, we want to get him. But I'm about to go to the end of the season. Hopefully we bounce back, because it seems like every year we start off great. I mean, not so great, and then we end up making it like 9-8 or 10-7. So maybe this year we'll just run it all the way. End of the regular season, unfortunately, we didn't make it to the playoffs. We only went 8-9. Very, very sad moment for me and for this rebuild. I don't understand how we're doing so bad. We had the 9th ranked offense. What was our defense looking like? 24th. All right, defense fell off even. I've got a bunch of really good players, so I don't know. Mac Jones, 5,300 yards. That's a lot. 43 touchdowns, very nice. 23 interceptions, not so great. 68% completion percentage, that's pretty good. 100 QB rating, passer rating. Damian Harris, 1,200 yards, 4.7 a carry, 10 touchdowns. Been a solid running back the entire rebuild. Gerald Brown, 300 yards, 4 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns. Solid backup. Tyquan Lacey, I don't even know who this guy is. Apparently he was a third string receiver that we had, but he led the team in catches and yards, and he had 17 touchdowns. Dang, this dude had a breakout year. Juju Smith-Schuster, 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Javier Charlton had 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. He had a pretty good run with us. He's still a superstar X Factor. His first season, he had 15 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. He had 10 touchdowns every year except for this year. He was one short. But overall, pretty good for him. Defense, we got Tremaine Edmonds. He was a solid middle linebacker we brought over in free agency. And Chris Birds also 112 tackles. Kyle Duggar, 94 tackles. TFLs, Kwity Paye had 21. Dang. Kwity Paye, 7.5 sacks. Barmore, 6 sacks. Josh Cobb, 5.5 sacks. DeForest Buckner had 5 sacks. Montez Sweat only had 4.5, man. That was like the big letdown of the free agency moves that we made. Montez Sweat, I was hoping that he was going to be big time pass rusher, but Trayvon Diggs came out big in the last season with 6 interceptions. Mitch Chapman, a rookie free safety, 3 interceptions, and Mclendon had 2. End of the 2026 season, the Cowboys and the Dolphins went to the Super Bowl. The Dolphins won 49-42. Tua Tagovailoa won Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson won MVP of the regular season. Zach Taylor with the Bengals won Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year. So apparently the Rams are just out here winning all these awards, but they ain't winning no Super Bowls in Madden. And apparently the Cowboys and the Dolphins are both like really, really good in Madden because they go to the Super Bowl all the freaking time. So here's a look at the final team that we have. I think we had a pretty solid, great team overall. I mean, we had a lot of really high-rated players that developed nicely. The offense was solid the whole time. Mac Jones did great. He's a 95 overall star dev. Juju Smith-Schuster came over in free agency, and he made a big difference right away. Damian Harris was solid running back the whole time. Javier Charlton was definitely the best draft pick that we had in this rebuild. Superstar X Factor. Hunter Henry, he was up to star dev. Tight end was doing great. Trent Brown did great for us the whole time. He's starting to fall off now because he's getting older. The defense, I think that was the biggest issue that we had this whole rebuild. I don't know if safeties played like a huge role in the simulation or not, but we didn't necessarily have an elite safety in here. But I think everyone did pretty good. I mean, Tremaine Edmonds came over and did great. Montez Sweat was definitely the biggest free agency letdown of the rebuild. He didn't do much, and like, he's already fallen off like hardcore. Trayvon Diggs came up to the superstar, 91 overall. He did good. DeForest Buckner, he already fell off. He was like 95 overall, superstar X Factor, but after one season, he fell off a lot. Barmore was great for us, the whole rebuild. Kwity Paye came over in the trade that we did, and he's up to superstar, 89 overall. Mullen Jr. did good. So, I mean, I think overall the team was good. I think we did a good job on the rebuild, but the division was just extremely difficult to play in. I mean, the Buffalo Bills went 15-2 one year. The Miami Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl like every other year, and then even the Jets won the division one year. So this is definitely, I would say, probably the hardest division in Madden so far. So, but that's gonna be it for the video. If y'all like what y'all see, if y'all like my videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, say something in the comments, say something that you like, say something you didn't like. I don't care if you want to troll me, that's fine. If you want to say something nice, if you want to have suggestions on other videos, what rebuilds do y'all want to see? Y'all have questions about something in Madden that y'all want to see, I can try to make a video on that. Just let me know what y'all think. Peace.